Okay, in the first of our system hacking activities, we're just going to spoof name resolution. We're going to capture logon credentials with Responder. Responder will fake DNS and LLMNR and NetBIOS name queries with fake answers to try to capture login credentials. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Kali, and we're going to start the Responder tool, which is already there in Kali. And we're going to say Responder TAC capital I, that's a capital I, ETH0, meaning we're listening on interface Ethernet 0, and we're going to run several different switches here, which we're going to check out in a moment. Then we're going to go to Windows 8, or frankly any machine, any Windows machine, and we're going to open a run line to something that doesn't exist. So as the Windows 8 client tries to resolve the name of that non-existent host, Responder is going to respond and prompt it to log on. So the user will type in credentials when they shouldn't be, and Responder will capture those. And what we're going to do then is we'll be able to see the credentials, we'll be able to see the various login hashes. We'll look for the log file that has stored the login hashes, and we'll send that log file with the login hashes to John the Ripper. It'll probably take too long for our demo to crack the passwords, so we'll periodically look at the progress, and then we'll probably abort the password crack, but you'll see how to do it. So with that in mind, I have Kali running, and I also have Windows 8. And so I am going to start out with Kali here, and I'm going to log on to Kali. I'm logging on as root with a password of tour. And then I'm just going to open a browser, open a command prompt. Let me zoom in a couple of times so that you can see okay. And I'm just going to simply type Responder, press enter, and it's saying, okay, you need to enter at least the interface, at the very least. So let's Responder TAC H, and just so we get the help on Responder. So with that, we could say TAC capital I ETH0, or whatever interface it is. We could also specify an IP address rather than an interface if we want. We could do basic HTTP authentication, phony responses. We could redirect queries. They're warning we're likely to break the network. We could answer NetBIOS domain suffix queries. This is a NetBIOS domain suffix is when you type ipconfig/all and you see after the host name like server1.example.com. That's a domain suffix. But we're not going to worry about that so much. But what we are going to do is we're going to redirect. We're going to see if we can fingerprint the target, and we're going to start a rogue proxy, which will allow the client to bounce through us in case they need to connect to something that truly exists. We don't have to do these, but we're just going to do it for fun. So let me clear this out. Let me just type Responder TAC capital I ETH0, because that is the interface for Kali. And then what is it? What did we say? WR. Let me just see what these were. I'm scrolling back up. We're going to do WR and just check our activity here. What did we say we were going to do? We said that we were going to do the fingerprinting as well. Just want to make sure that I do the same thing that said we were going to do. So let's start the proxy, let's redirect, and let's try to fingerprint the target. Let's press enter. And so now we can see Responder is just listening. It's listening on within basically broadcast range. So we're now going to go over to Windows 8, the client, and we're just some innocent Windows 8 client user here. And we're going to start a run line to try to make a connection to something. So I'm coming over here to start. I'm clicking start. I'm just typing the word run, R-U-N, and I want to start the run line right here. I'll click this. And in the run line, I'm just going to type in something that doesn't exist, like CEH-hacking. You can type in the name of any computer you like. Just make sure it's something that doesn't exist on your network so that your client is trying to find it. CEH-hacking. Now what will happen is as it goes, and I press enter, and we switch over to Responder right now, we can see that Responder is sending poisoned answers to Windows 8 for CEH hacking. And the client, and what it's doing in the background is it's saying, hey client, I need you to log in however your user is logged in. So you can see that the client in the background is trying to provide the username and password for the admin user because you already logged in to Windows 8 as admin. And also then it's going to then prompt for more credentials. So we hope to entice the victim, trick the victim into providing credentials for a variety of things that they shouldn't put in. So the victim thinks, oh, maybe they want administrator with capital P at SSW0RD. Press OK. Of course, that's gonna fail, and you can see we're capturing some stuff right now. And so then the user goes, oh, that was a failure. All right, let me try another account. How about admin, capital PA 22W0RD, or whatever it is. They're just typing in some stuff. And then we can try some others. So like, try another one. The user thinks, oh, I've got the password wrong. Admin must be Apple. And so the user keeps on putting in these passwords, which we are collecting. The user thinks, oh no, the password must be QWERTY, QWERTY. I'm just putting in passwords that are relatively easy to crack. So at this point, we're starting to capture these various hashes. And what we are going to do now is we're going to go over to, we're going to browse for Responder in User Share, and we're going to look at the log file. So we're going to open up the File Explorer here. It's just called Files. And we're going to start with Other Locations. This is basically my computer. Go to Computer. It's actually Root, which is the top of the directory structure. We're going to go down to User, USR, open that up, double click. We're going to find Share, double click that. We're going to click one of these and type R just to jump down to closer to Responder. There's Responder. You could have also scrolled. Going to double click Responder. Going to go into Logs so you can see the breadcrumb trail here. And then we're going to find this session right here. This log file was created, and we're going to double click it, and we can see that there are a number of credentials, the password hashes captured for admin, several different times as the user tried administrator, admin, different password hashes. So what we'll do then is we'll come back to Responder and we'll tell it to stop. Control C. Okay, we're done. And now what we're going to do, I'm just going to type clear. We're going to tell Responder to, or actually we're going to tell John the Ripper, the password cracker, to go ahead and try to crack that password hash, which means we need to know the pathway. And the pathway is, if we go back a bit, it is / meaning root, USR, /share, /responder, /logs, and then this thing. So we're going to say John, and then we can just basically point to the share /USR, /share, /responder, /logs. Now we need the password file name, or this capture name. So I'm just going to right click and rename. Not that I'm trying to rename, I just want to capture the whole name here. So I highlight the whole thing and I copy. I'm not trying to rename, I'm just trying to capture the name. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to right click and paste. So there's the name of the file, the cap file. And I press enter. And John is going to take a shot at this. And so it's working on it, and you can see immediately it got 2 of them just right off the bat without even trying. And as it continues to try, you can just press the space bar just to see it's trying different things. Keep pressing the space bar. And after a while, if it doesn't capture the other ones, just press Control C to break. And so that is how we use Responder to spoof name resolution and capture credentials, trick a user into providing credentials, which we capture off the wire and we send to a password cracker.